All right, welcome to the show, y'all. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. Guess who has power? That's right. We came out of the snowstorm and ice storm relatively unscathed. We still have power, and that's a massive, massive victory. But at the same time, we also have a driveway, which is now literally an ice skating rink. So we're not going to be able to go anywhere for at least a week because temperatures are supposed to be below freezing for a week here. So very bizarre. But again, I can't complain. We have power. But I guess you can say we're doing better here than the country is because the country is giga-fucked. Holy shit, man. We're going to go through in just a second new angles of the ICE murder that happened of Alex Preddy in Minneapolis. We still don't know, at least as of the recording of this, we still don't know the name of the guy, and it looks like they're trying to hide the name of the guy, or guys, I should say. They think two people actually killed him. We don't know the name. We don't know the fucking name. And they're hiding it. And the guys are still on the job. They literally, fled the crime scene and shipped them out of state, but they're doing ICE work in another state, so they're probably in Maine right now. Just absolutely astonishing the way rule of law has completely collapsed in just a year of this second Trump regime. So we'll talk about that. We also have ICE caught extorting Minnesota for the voter files to try to steal the election. I'm not kidding, man. I know it sounds like a bad sci-fi movie, dystopian sci-fi movie. It's not. They're actually trying to extort the state of Minnesota for their voter data in order to steal the election. And they're saying, if you give us that, then we'll finally get ICE out of Minnesota. Just incredible stuff. Are Democrats finally waking up about ICE? It's an interesting conversation there. I got some updates on that front for you. We also have ICE flat out caught in a massive criminal conspiracy. Wait until you hear about this. They know that they can't use administrative warrants as judicial warrants, but they're doing it anyway. People have been fired for blowing the whistle on that from within ICE and saying, hey, this isn't legal. So this is crazy. We really need new mass trials to lock up all these psychopaths. And if we don't have them, we won't have a country. It's really that simple. And then later on, we also have MAGA is trying desperately to smear Alex Preddy, and they have absolutely nothing on him. And Alex Jones bootlicks ICE so hard that his tongue starts to bleed. So, a lot to talk about, y'all. You guys know the drill. Everybody, please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel. You can also click that bell icon so you get a notification every single time a video drops. You can also support the show on Patreon. Remember, this is real independent media. I've never talked to an advertiser, never done an ad read, never taken money from a billionaire or a PAC or a government or anything like that. And so you guys support the show from the ground up. If you'd like to help out, the Patreon link is below, or you could tip with that thanks button on YouTube, or you can sign up for Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. That link is below as well. And of course, go sub to the Corns World YouTube channel. That link is below. We do live Kyle and Corn episodes every Monday night live. So if you go subscribe over there, you can, come hang out with us and shoot the shit with us on Monday nights, and you can send some super chats, and it's much more laid back than this show where we document the absolute destruction of our country. So, all right, without any further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right in. There's a decent chance that this video is going to get yeeted off the platform. I'll just say that up front. I don't know if YouTube will leave this up or if they'll put a warning or whatever the case is. But we're going to look at this from a whole bunch of different angles because a whole bunch of videos have come out of the new ICE murder in Minneapolis. And literally none of them look remotely acceptable. This is one where you're seeing even bootlickers who were somehow trying to defend the killing of Renee Good. Even they are struggling to cover this one, to cover the tracks of ICE on this one. So, all right, let's start with this one here. Take a look. Okay, so you're seeing the ICE thug shoving somebody. Okay, so notice what happened there. The ICE thug shoves a woman, and so Alex Preddy steps in to try to protect the woman. That's what happened here. And then immediately gets pepper sprayed by the ICE thug, which, by the way, people haven't talked about this because the shooting itself is obviously egregious and is requiring all the conversation. But, this alone shows these people are completely and utterly unhinged. There was no excuse whatsoever to pepper spray him. He wasn't fighting the guy. He wasn't resisting in any way, shape, or form. He was literally just protecting a woman who they were assaulting. So just ruthlessly pepper spraying him when he just is trying to protect somebody who was shoved to the ground. So now you see the scrum, and it literally, if you were to slow it down and count out how many ICE criminals there are, there's 8 of them. There's 8 of them, and at least like 5 of them are beating his ass. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Now, I originally thought it was 5 shots. It turns out it was actually 10. So what happens is one of them disarms him and takes a gun, which was in his holster, by the way. He wasn't threatening or anything. And he's permitted to carry. It's totally legal. So they take his gun, and one of the guys takes his gun and says gun, and then 1 or 2 of them just flip out and start shooting him in the back and murdering him. All right, we have other angles here that we're going to get to. So all of it started because they decided to push the woman, and when the dude stepped in to stop them from assaulting her, they killed him. Insane. Yeah, so here's another angle of exactly that. So he's like directing traffic. You see him directing traffic here.
Go. What the fuck is wrong with you?
So shoves a girl, and then he steps in to protect her. Hand up, he's recording, but he puts his hand up, and then he gets pepper sprayed like a motherfucker.
The fuck, people! The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly!
Oh my God. 10 shots. He literally gets shot in the back, too. In the back. All right. Stabilized version. One officer takes the gun from the guy's holster, then a second later, another officer shoots him in the back.
Honestly!
Oh my God. This angle right here, I feel like, is the most devastating.
Honestly!
Oh my God. They all back up like criminals. Notice that? They all back up like criminals. And they kept shooting when he was already shot and dead and laying on the ground. By the way, they also prevent somebody from helping him too. It's so crazy. That's exactly what happened with Renee Good. Somebody's a doctor and they come up, or a nurse, and they come up and they say, let me help her. And they go, no, fuck out of here. Same thing happened here.
No!
Here we go, slow motion. Just horrible. Extremely clear-cut execution, removed his gun, and then shot him in the back. Highest resolution footage so far, slowed down. Here we go. Yeah, they removed his gun right there. Right there, they removed it. And then this guy takes out his gun and shoots him in the back. Jesus Christ. They say, where's the gun after the shots because they don't realize one of them had already taken it before the shots. You hear him say, where's the gun? Jesus Christ. Kick the gun out? Is that what that is? Oh, he's got the gun there, yeah. That's his gun. Oh. ICE agent caught on video clapping and celebrating after a U.S. citizen was shot in Minneapolis. Agent then said boo-hoo after learning the man was deceased, according to 2 witnesses. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Watch the celebration. You see that? Clapping after he got shot. Look at that one more time. These are just total psychopaths, man. They're psychopaths. They're sociopaths. They're looking for trouble. They're a gang. They're a cartel. They're a gang. They love the violence. They love the violence. These are people who are bullies, thugs, gangsters. These are pieces of shit is what they are. They're not professional. They're not even law enforcement. It's fucked up to even consider them law enforcement. Because when you say law enforcement, it bestows some degree of veneer of seriousness, right? There is no seriousness here. This is Trump's paramilitary. It's his Gestapo. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. So, incredibly damning stuff here. Incredibly damning stuff here. And the fact that Jonathan Ross still hasn't been arrested, the psychopath who murdered Renee Nicole Good. We don't even know the name yet. There's some speculation online as to it being somebody in particular. I haven't seen verification of that, though, so I'm not going to give the name because I don't know if that's actually the person. I want verification for sure before I say it. But the fact that they're hiding it, the fact that, bro, he's still on the job. And I shouldn't say he. It's actually 2 people who did the murder here. They're still on the job. And Gregory Bovino is literally out there giving interviews saying, oh, no, I wouldn't say what their names are. That'd be doxing. He's giving these speeches like, oh, my God, we're such victims. Can you believe how big of victims we are? You keep murdering people on camera, and then you have the nerve to play the victim? I mean, it is just out of this world what we're witnessing here. It is beyond comprehension what we're witnessing here. We are seriously following the collapse of any semblance of rule of law in this country. That's what's happening. We're witnessing the collapse of law in this country because when you have high-profile murders being committed by the authorities, and it's on camera, it's on video, everybody sees it, right? And then there's no accountability, there's no responsibility, there's no justice, there's not even a fair investigation, there's no working with the state and local authorities to try to figure out what the specifics are here and try to bring these people to justice. Well, when you do that, what you're saying is there's only vigilante justice left. And so you're begging people to do vigilante violence, which is why it's going to ring so hollow when you have if you have property damage and riots and buildings being burned down or, attacks on ICE vehicles or whatever the fuck. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You have said to people, we don't care about actually holding our criminals accountable. We don't care. We have immunity. We're above the law. Well, if you say that, and then you continually oppress innocent people, there's only vigilante justice left, so people are going to do vigilante justice to try to get some semblance of justice. Nature abhors a vacuum. If there's no real justice, it'll be vigilante justice. And then you can sit there and shut the fuck up when that happens because you're basically fucking begging for that. All these wannabe Nazis like Bovino walking around in his long fucking Hugo Boss trench coat thinking he's the shit. It's just disgusting. It's unconscionable. How many people out there in this society were just waiting for their moment to take their mask off and go full fascist and just assault and murder their fellow innocent citizens? How many? How many? How many people are this evil and this brutal and this pathetic? How many people want to dedicate themselves to fucking up other innocent people's lives? To raising hell for no fucking reason whatsoever? To destroying any semblance of a civilized society? I don't know, but it's totally unconscionable. And we just can't go on like this. We just can't fucking go on like this. So Democrats should absolutely block any funding for DHS. Like, any and all funding needs to be blocked. And they 100% need to get these motherfuckers arrested and abolish ICE. And if that doesn't happen, we got to have a general strike, not just in Minnesota, but the whole country's got to grind this fucking economy to a halt to let them know, no, bitch, we're in charge. We're in charge. You guys think you're in charge? No, until the people actually rise up, workers actually rise up and say, we could end your whole shit in fucking a couple days. You shut down the global economy or the U.S. economy for a couple days, and you motherfuckers will come begging on your knees. What do you want? What are your demands? Because things can't continue if we decide to ground this bitch to a halt. And that's what has to happen. That's what has to happen, because now we have roving gangs of murderous sociopaths torturing innocent people on a regular basis and taking their lives. And of course, this guy, Alex Preddy, was a total fucking angel. He was literally an ICU nurse. You know, there's a heartbreaking story about how when his dog was getting old, he would literally carry his dog downstairs so the dog could get fresh air from his apartment. He loved animals. There's a video of him, like, you know, reading the last rites of somebody at the VA hospital who passed away. Like, this is a guy who was all about justice. This is a guy who dedicated his life to all that's good. And this is how you're going to treat him? They fucking called him a domestic terrorist, like, immediately. They called him a wannabe assassin, like, immediately. Shit, I hope hell is real. Because if it's real, fucking Greg Bovino is going straight there, Kristi Noem's going straight there, J.D. Vance is going straight there, Donald Trump is going straight there. All these motherfuckers will have a special place in hell where they turn the temperature up even more. Because the way that they're smearing this innocent man is just beyond grotesque. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.